Have you ever felt like giving up after trying so hard, feeling that all your efforts are completely wasted and totally useless? Meet our young traveler, sitting alone under a dark sky. He feels entirely defeated by life, carrying a heavy burden of failure. He has faced endless rejections and countless disappointments. Every single door he knocked on remained firmly closed, leaving him feeling utterly hopeless. Wandering aimlessly through a quiet village, he hears a rhythmic, heavy sound echoing from a distance, breaking the silence of the night. He slowly approaches a glowing blacksmith forge. Inside, an old master stands before a roaring fire, holding a massive, heavy iron hammer. The master places a thick, ugly block of raw iron onto the sturdy anvil. It looks cold, rigid, and impossible to shape. With a powerful swing, the blacksmith strikes the iron block. A loud clang rings out, but the thick metal does not change. The old man raises his hammer again and strikes. The young traveler watches closely, expecting to see some visible sign of progress. 10 strikes pass, then 20. The heavy hammer falls again and again, but the stubborn iron block remains exactly the same shape. The young man shakes his head in disbelief. He cannot understand why this skilled master wastes so much energy on useless actions. 30 strikes now. The old blacksmith is sweating, his muscles straining with every blow, yet the metal refuses to yield at all. The traveler mutters to himself, calling it a foolish endeavor. He sees his own failures reflected in that unyielding block of iron. 40 strikes, 50 strikes. The rhythm never breaks. The master breathes deeply, completely focused on the anvil, ignoring the young man completely. Why continue when nothing happens? The young man steps forward, wanting to tell the old blacksmith to stop this completely pointless labor, but the master does not pause. 60 strikes, 70 strikes. Sparks fly into the dark air, but the iron block stays solid. The traveler sighs deeply. He decides that this world is full of wasted efforts. Hard work simply does not guarantee any success. 80 strikes. The young man turns his back, ready to walk away and abandon his own dreams, just like this useless metal. 90 strikes. The hammer falls with incredible force. The young man takes a step toward the door, feeling nothing but profound emptiness. Over 90 strikes have passed now. The sound echoes loudly through the village. The traveler pauses, glancing back at the sweating master. 90 strikes. 98 strikes. 99 strikes. The young man shakes his head and finally steps out into the darkness. He believes the master has failed. 100 strikes land on the iron, and still there is absolutely no visible change outside. Then the blacksmith raises his heavy hammer one more time. This is the 101st strike. He swings with immense power. Crash! Suddenly, the stubborn iron block glows with intense heat. It yields instantly, flattening perfectly under the weight of the massive hammer. The young man gasps in shock. He runs back inside, staring wide-eyed at the glowing metal that finally changed its shape. The master smiles gently, wiping sweat from his tired brow. He looks at the amazed traveler and begins to share his wisdom. You thought my previous 100 strikes were completely wasted because you only looked at the outside surface of this cold iron block, but every single blow was doing something invisible. Each strike was slowly heating the metal from the inside, changing its internal structure. The first 100 strikes were never failures. They were the necessary preparation for this final moment of glorious transformation and ultimate success. Without those first 100 hits, this 101st strike would achieve absolutely nothing. The magic lies in the unseen, steady accumulation. The young man stands in silent awe. He suddenly realizes that his own rejections and failures were just like those early strikes. Every time he tried and failed, he was actually building strength, gaining experience, and preparing his mind for the ultimate breakthrough moment. This powerful lesson applies to everything in our daily lives. Think about the time you spend working out at the local gym. You lift heavy weights for weeks, but you might not see any visible muscle growth when you look in the mirror every day. It is easy to feel frustrated and quit. But every single workout is changing your muscle fibers internally, preparing for visible growth. Then, one morning, you wake up and suddenly see the results. It was not just the last workout that made you stronger. It was the accumulation of all those previous sweaty sessions, the unseen efforts that finally combined to create a massive physical transformation. The same principle applies when you are searching for a new job. You send out dozens of applications and face constant rejection. Each failed interview feels like a heavy blow to your confidence. You might think that nobody will ever hire you for anything, but every interview teaches you something new. You learn how to answer tricky questions better and present your unique skills more confidently. Those 99 rejections are simply heating up your internal iron. They are preparing you perfectly for that one successful job offer. When you finally get that dream job, it is the result of all those previous failures working together to make you ready. We also see this in building strong relationships. Trust is never built overnight. It requires countless small acts of kindness and patience. You might feel unappreciated sometimes, but every positive action is a gentle strike of the hammer, strengthening the bond between two people. One day, you realize you've built an unbreakable connection. It happened because you did not stop trying during the hard times. Many people give up right before they succeed. They walk away at the 99th strike, never knowing how close they were. The young traveler looks at his own hands. He feels a new surge of energy and determination flowing through his entire body. He thanks the wise old blacksmith for this profound lesson. He knows exactly what he must do when he leaves this forge. He will go back and face the world again. He will keep striking his own iron, no matter how long it takes. We often measure our progress by visible results. If we do not see immediate success, we wrongly assume we are failing miserably. This is the illusion of failure. True progress is often invisible to the naked eye, happening deep beneath the surface of reality. Think of a bamboo tree. For the first few years, it shows almost no growth above the ground, despite constant daily watering. But underground, it is developing a massive root system. Then, in its 5th year, it shoots up incredibly fast into the sky. Your efforts are exactly like those bamboo roots. You are building a solid foundation that will support your future success and happiness. Do not let temporary stagnation destroy your motivation. Embrace the process and trust that every small effort is adding up to something. The master blacksmith takes the glowing, flattened iron and begins to shape it into a beautiful, sharp blade with precise, careful strikes. What was once a cold, ugly block of useless metal is now becoming a masterpiece, all because the master refused to quit. You are the master blacksmith of your own life. Your dreams are the raw iron waiting patiently for your persistent, powerful strikes. Sometimes the hammer feels too heavy. Sometimes your arms ache and your spirit feels completely crushed by the weight of repeated failures. That is exactly the moment you must keep going. The heat is building up inside, and the breakthrough is getting much closer. Remember the rule of 1%. If you improve just 1% every single day, those tiny gains will compound over time. It does not require a massive leap. It only requires the discipline to show up and strike the anvil one more time. The young man steps out of the forge. The dark night feels different now. The stars shine brightly, guiding his new path. He is no longer afraid of rejection. He welcomes the challenges, knowing they are just heating up his iron for the future. Whenever you feel lost or defeated, close your eyes and listen to the rhythmic sound of that heavy hammer striking the anvil. Remind yourself that the 101st strike is waiting for you. You just need to survive the first 100 blows. Success is an endurance game. The winners are simply those who decided to hit the iron just one more time than everyone. So pick up your hammer today. Strike your iron with purpose, passion, and an unbreakable belief in your own invisible, steady progress. Your masterpiece is slowly taking shape. Do not walk away before the magic happens. Keep pushing forward with all your inner strength. The world needs your unique talents. Your breakthrough will inspire others who are currently stuck at their own 99th heavy strike. We hope this story brings you comfort and motivation. Always remember the wise blacksmith and the incredible power of your persistent efforts. Never underestimate the unseen progress happening within you. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep swinging your hammer until you achieve your dreams. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey. We believe in your potential and your ability to overcome any difficult obstacle. Share this message with someone who might need a little encouragement today. Let us build a community of relentless, passionate dream chasers. Keep sparking joy in your everyday life. Thank you for watching Daily Spark Joy. We will see you again very soon. Goodbye.